but want to talk about just a little bit, man, about the Kyrie situation, man. Like I said, Kyrie's our guy, man. I don't agree with him on everything that Kyrie talks about, man. But this is kind of interesting as far as he put out a tweet about a movie. The movie has certain topics in it, and of course, people from certain cultures didn't like that he tweeted it. He apologized, ran it back, donated $500,000, but still got suspended 5 games. They said they gotta basically put him through some training. He's got to meet with some people from different cultures because to let him know what he did wrong. But again, just we'll probably talk about this more in depth on Wednesday. But man, what's your just thoughts? Oh, and also Nike, which is one of his biggest sponsors, you see it on his head, pause, actually suspended their ties with him. Beeble, man, what's your thoughts just on this real quick before we kind of go into the show, man? We just want to talk about this just real quick.
Oh man, so much could be said. Kyrie is definitely somebody who's known for his alleged controversies. With the recent pandemic inoculation he rejected and got suspended for, and now this situation, based on, like you said, the movie that he shared on his social media, the Hebrews to Negroes documentary, and it just goes to show, show power flexing its muscle. It's flexing its muscle in order to re-steer some things for, whatever you want to deem the reason to be. But nonetheless, we're just going to have to see the outcome as events continue to transpire. What are your thoughts, bro?
Like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, Kyrie's, to me, he's a good dude. I think to me, sometimes, man, he's misunderstood in certain things. So,
yeah.
Again, the question is, man, how can you say something is anti-Semitic? And I'm going with some of the people who have actually said, hey, he's wrong. He shouldn't have done this, da-da-da. How can you say that when you haven't saw the movie?
That was one of the things that I was thinking.
So again, how can you say what he's saying is anti-Semitic just because a culture said they were offended? But then you ask those people from that culture, and like I said, I'm not disagreeing with anybody, but the question is, if you really want to have a sit-down conversation, did you actually watch the movie? Then also, he just tweeted it. He didn't put any money down on it. He didn't say that he agrees with it. This is the thing. In movies that we love, Sopranos, The Wire, people getting killed, do we agree? Do I agree with people getting killed? No, it's just entertainment, right?
Right.
There's documentaries that I watch, man. I love World War II, man. There's a lot of cool things because I'm a tech nerd. There's a lot of cool things in World War II. Do I agree with what some of the guys that were doing on the other side on the Axis powers? Heck no. But there was some innovative things that went down with that. So of course, you always want to study history. You always want to look things up yourself, and we encourage everybody to look these things up. And to me, honestly, you're just spreading light onto the movie, which the movie's actually blowing up now because of all this drama. Which to me, if they really wanted to dead the situation and actually move it aside and just stick to basketball since the season just started, they wouldn't have made all this hoopla about it. But to me, you got people on the sidelines in Brooklyn saying, don't support anti-Semitic, T-shirts and that kind of stuff, man. So again, I think sometimes, man, it's easy to say, Kyrie's a bad person when to me, Kyrie's just a free thinker. And of course, when you're free thinking and you're trying to learn, there's going to be lefts and rights that you do. And you're gonna one day say, "Hey, I agree with this," and the next day you're gonna say, "Nah, no." Now that I actually research it, no, I don't agree with. So to me, I think that sometimes they're just blowing things out of proportion. Plus, also, who says that one side knows the right history? You know what I'm saying, and also understands that it's offensive. Again, how is one side saying that without having a conversation with the other side? So again, like I said, man, we just want to shout out both parties, man. And to me, If somebody's wrong, prove it. Show the receipts. You know what I'm saying? Just don't say, hey man, somebody said they don't like Africans, and so they're anti-African. Okay, there might be a reason why. There's some things that some Africans have done that are bad. And I'm just using it for an example. So again, to me, it opens up a dialogue. It should open up dialogues, but it does also show that at the end of the day, man, we live in a society where you got to watch what you say, man, because it can, at the end of the day, affect your business and affect what's going on. And shout out to our guy, of course, man, Power 600.
Power was good. It was good.
Yeah,
And you took it right from my thoughts too, brother. Great commentary, by the way, Iceberg. And then Power just really just led on the segue to what I was going to finalize, which is, it's funny how Kyrie's getting all the heat that he's been receiving, but
facts.
no heat or no questions being directed toward Mr. Bezos. The documentary is still being sold on his platform, Amazon, Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's funny how that's working. And I wonder why that is.